In this video, I'm going to show you how to update a page on the eastridge.org site. So to update a page from your admin side, so you're going to log in by going to eastridge.org/wp-admin. Once you've logged in, you're going to click on the Pages menu item here on your left, and this loads up all of the pages. If you know the word that you're searching for, like 1030, if you want to change a worship time, you can put that in, and you see that we've changed all 1030 worships to 11. So we can go in and search for 11, and we can find out all of the pages that have 11 on there. That's really helpful when you're trying to make site-wide changes. You can search for what you're looking for there. If you're making page-specific changes only in one place, I would suggest, while logged in as an admin, opening up a new tab and going to the actual website. If you want to update something on that website, you can click through to that actual page. So let's say we wanted to update something on the food pantry site. So we could go in, and now that we're on this page, all we have to do is press Edit Page. You'll notice a few things when we do that and we load up the page. In WordPress, on a page, the only thing that you're going to be updating is the content in the main body. This bar, the logo, the menu, the breadcrumbs are all housed somewhere else. So when you're actually changing something, you only are doing the main body, which is really helpful to keep everything separate. The other thing that you need to think about is we've set up the site, whether you know it or not, in rows. So this area right here that I'm highlighting is one row. If you can imagine a bar going across there, this content will never come up into this area, and this area will never come down into this content. It's helpful to realize that because when we go to actually edit this page, you see that we're set up in rows. If you think about an Excel document, this is one row. This row has a couple columns to it. So this area right here is set up to have a few columns devoted to the menu and a few columns devoted to the text. And we can see that over here. We can see right up here, if we load up, we can see that we can get a half by half column setting, 2/3 by 1/3, multiple different ones, and you see that we've settled on a 1/4 by a 1/3. So this area, which is our menu, takes up 1/4 of this row, and then the other information right here takes up the other 3/4. So to edit something in that area, you're going to find what row and column it's in, and then you're going to see what you want to update. If it's the title of Food Pantry, which is right here, you're going to load up the headline Food Pantry. If it's the text, all you have to do is, if it's the text in here, all you have to do is load up and click the Edit Text button in the area. There's a lot of other edit buttons that you're not going to click that were all about setting up the page. But if you just want to edit what's going on, is you're going to click that Edit button. It's going to bring up, and you see it makes it very simple to update any information in here. So if somebody drops out, you can delete them. If somebody adds in, you can add them in. Make sure when you close, you always click Save Changes. To show you how the edits work, I'm going to edit something that I know I will go back and change. So I'm going to change this last number down here to 10 or 100,000, evidently is what I put. So once I've done that, I can press Save Changes. Now I haven't updated the page yet. You see over here on the right, there's a few options. We can preview our changes, and if we click Preview Changes, you see that we get a new tab. And now we can go and we see 10,000 in there. Now, if you go and look at the URL, you'll see there's this big, long URL. Now, on our actual food pantry page, which is just eastridge.org, Get Involved Food Pantry, you see that the number has stayed the same. And if I even reload this page, the number has stayed the same because we're only previewing the changes. We have not updated the page. If we wanted to update the page, we would need to click Update, which is always this blue button. As you scroll down the page, the update does snap to the top, so it's always within reach. But as soon as we click Update, it'll update the main page, not just the preview page. Since we don't want to do that, we're going to change this back to the other number, which is helpful that I still have it here, is 389. So since we don't want to do that, we're going to load back up this text, and I'm going to change that back to 389. And I'm going to save that. So now I can click Update. The page will reload. I can preview the changes as well, even though it's already been done. And you see that's back to 398. And if I go back to our actual real page and reload, you'll see that it stays at 398. And that's how you update content. Now, content is different based on page to page and what layout you have up here. If we were going to go to a different page, to Christ-centered, and go to what we believe, you see that we don't have the menu here on what we believe. If we go to this page, we see it has a much more simple layout. It's just rows upon rows. There's one main row, and inside of each one, we have the content that we want to edit. So some pages are more simple and some pages are more difficult. And that's how you update pages on the Eastridge website.